We all know that Howie Roseman's going to be looking for every opportunity to make a trade to bring in players that can help this team right away. And one guy I actually like better than Devin White, Patrick Queen. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. We know Howie Roseman loves draft time. We know it's not just about picking players. It's also about finding players on other teams that may present a great opportunity to bring to your team and better them. And they did this last year with A.J. Brown. Could the Eagles be looking to do it again? Could it be possibly the linebacking position? And we know Devin White wants a trade, and Patrick Queen may be another linebacker on the move. Now, before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe to the most censored, the most throttled, Eagles content creator in all of the internet. And if you've been subscribed for a while, thank you so much for all the support you guys give to me. It truly, truly means a lot. Now, I got to show you something, right? I got to show you something. I need a drink first. There. Hold on. It tastes good. Pinky up when you drink, baby. Just like the old Italian gangsters. Pinky up. Now, I got to show you guys this because I'm busting, man. I'm totally busting about this. Now, when I say busting, what I'm saying is I'm excited about this. I'm excited. People always seem to confuse that with dropping loads. I'm not dropping loads. I'm busting, not dropping loads. I'm busting. I'm excited. It may be like a surfer thing. I don't know where it came from. Maybe it's like some surfer dude. Hey, yo, man, dude. I was like crashing this wave and I was surfing. It was busting. Maybe something like that. I don't know. But that's what it means. Everybody always confuses it with dropping loads. Busting. I'm excited. But get this. This is what I'm excited about. The Eagles, we know, are going back to Kelly Green. I love it. Absolutely love it. However, just because they're going back to Kelly Green, it doesn't mean it's going to be the right version of it, okay? To me, what I wanted back when we talk about Kelly Green is I want the old Kelly Green back with the old logo. This logo right here. The greatest logo, in my opinion, in any sports franchise team, in any sport. It's the Eagles logo with the football. That's the greatest logo in sports. And I wanted it back for years and years. And I'm hoping that when the Eagles bring back their Kelly Green, it's going to be the Kelly Green with the eagle on the side that Reggie White wore, Randall, that whole group. You know, that's what I want back. Well, it looks like we're getting our wish. Get this. Eagles Nation wrote this. The Pound Eagles retro logo was republished for opposition 2 days ago for use in jerseys, merchandise, etc. Not that there was any real speculation from them changing it up for the upcoming Kelly Green release, but now it's pretty much official that they'll be sporting the OG logo. And then here you'll see, they'll have the filings of the merchandise and stuff and what it's going to be used for. And here clearly you can see it's the old Eagles logo. So it's coming back. I'm excited about it. And on this computer screen, they keep advertising this stupid watch and it keeps blinking. It's messing me up, dude. It's going to throw me into a seizure or something. Stop doing it. It's weird. But anyways, so I'm really dude, I'm busting about that. I am so excited. Cannot wait for it. My wife is going to be so mad at me. I am going to spend so much money on Eagles stuff. It's going to be crazy. My hope is that the Kelly Green does so absolutely insane that they just have to bring it back in an even bigger way. But we are getting our foot in the door. If I get just one game a year with it right now, I'll take it. I just want to open it up to the old school logo and Kelly Green because that's what I grew up on. And that's what influenced my younger days and years the most was the Kelly Green. Now, as far as the draft goes, we've got to keep our eye on a situation where this draft could be upended early, okay? And what I'm talking about is there's a lot of speculation right now that the Texans could possibly draft Will Anderson Jr. Here's a report saying Texans, quote, love Will Anderson Jr. and aren't sold on other top quarterbacks after Bryce Young, per NFL Draft Scout. So if Bryce Young goes first to the Colts, they may take Will Anderson Jr. If they take Will Anderson Jr. at 2, does that mean the Cardinals are going to take Jalen Carter 3? I think that depending upon how this draft falls, I think the best case for the Eagles is to really have the first 3 or 4 picks all be quarterbacks. That's what we want. We want these guys to fall so that a guy like Jalen Carter can fall into our wheelhouse. And when I say wheelhouse, I mean to a spot where the Eagles, if they really want to move up, they would have that option. But if Will Anderson goes 2, I'm afraid that may not work out. I think Jalen Carter then goes no later than 5. This crazy cat. Come here. Come here. Come here. All right, this is Cookie. Say hi, Cookie. Cookie's pretty, yeah, but she's playing. So if you hear banging and stuff, it's not Philly 500 kicking the camera. It's the cat. But anyways, so we have to keep our eye on that, okay? Another thing we got to keep our eye on is possible players that could be teams could be looking to trade during the draft or sometime before or even after it. This is where Howie Roseman always is really strong, right? We can criticize him. Maybe he doesn't always pick the best guys. But the one thing Howie Roseman, I have never seen him do, is lose a bet or lose a trade. He doesn't lose trades. And one guy we got to keep our eye on is actually Patrick Queen. Now, if you've been watching me for the last 3-4 years, and you were with me when Patrick Queen was coming out, he was one of the guys that we talked about in the first round. It was like, it was like on the level of Bijan that, oh man, I would love Patrick Queen in the first round. They should go get a linebacker, but they don't draft linebackers in the first round. It was exactly like that. But he was a guy that I really, really liked. And because of the situation in Baltimore, with them having to pay Lamar Jackson, with them giving $17-18 million to Odell Beckham Jr., and then them getting Roquan Smith and giving him a huge deal, Patrick Queen could be on the outs. And if that is the case, he's a guy that I would actually prefer over Devin White for a few reasons. But here's what was being reported. Ravens linebacker Patrick Queen on trade block. After inking Roquan Smith to a record-breaking contract, the Ravens are reportedly shopping one of the other linebackers. According to Jason La Canfora of the Washington Post, the Ravens linebacker Patrick Queen is prime trade fodder heading into draft week. Okay, Queen was first-round pick by Baltimore in 2020, and the LSU product has certainly backed up his draft stock through his first 3 seasons in the NFL. He collected 106 tackles and 3 sacks as a rookie, earning him all-rookie honors. After seeing his numbers drop a bit in 2021, Queen had a career year this past season, finishing 107 tackles, 5 sacks. He ultimately finished the year ranked 31 among 81 qualifying linebackers, Pro Football Focus, with the site giving him position leading grades for his pass rushing ability. And listen, 5 sacks, I think that's pretty good for Queen. Now, one of the reasons I really like Queen is because of his contract. I believe he would cost you less to trade for. I think you should be able to get him for a mid-round pick. I think I think a third-round pick at the most would be what you'd have to give up to get him. And here's the thing I really like about the idea of getting Patrick Queen. He's really there for 2 years. The Baltimore Ravens have to make a decision on his 5th-year option, right? So essentially, if he was to be traded with the Eagles and the Eagles picked up that option, you have him for 2 years, all right? And next year, his cap number is only $3.8 million. So this would actually be a really good move for the Eagles. And if you could get Patrick Queen for at least 2 years, I can live with that, Like I said a zillion times by now, I'm not just worrying about 3-4 years down the road. Obviously, I would love to sign Patrick Queen to an extension, let him play, let him come in, play this year under his contract where he ain't making that much money, pick up his 5th-year option, give him the extension, and keep him. But if the Eagles are going to refuse to pay linebackers, I think that just at least having him for 2 years gives us a 2-year window to try to go back to the Super Bowl. I'm all about going back to the Super Bowl. I'm all about winning this thing. We've got to do some things to better this team right away this year too. Patrick Queen would be an upgrade. Of course, I'm getting text always when I'm doing videos. So Patrick Queen is on the trade block. I don't know how bad the Ravens want to move him, but it would make sense for the amount of money they're going to have to give Lamar Jackson, and then what they've already spent on Odell, and then what they gave Roquan. It would only make sense. And I think they only have like 5 picks in the draft, so they don't have a ton of draft picks, and they may want to get one. I think that this would be a total Howie Roseman move. It would be a great move. He loves guys in that last contract year or 2 years. Now, you may say, well, Philly, if we don't sign him to an extension, I don't want him. It's not worth it. I get that. I understand that. But my argument is that I am not going to allow that to deter me from getting him if I could hold on to him for at least 2 years and go back to the Super Bowl. I would not trade in the fact that C.J. Gardner-Johnson was with us last year. I thought he was necessary to get us to the Super Bowl. He was one of the big pieces. Wanted to keep him. It didn't work out, but I still don't regret that trade. So I would not mind Patrick Queen. Preferably, I would like to give him an extension. I'm not going more than a third-round pick, though. I'm just telling you right now. I can't do it for more than a third because I just don't think the Eagles would do that. Now, if they could get an extension worked out beforehand or whatever, that may be something else. But yeah, I think he's eligible. I don't even think he's eligible for an extension until after the season, anyways. If I'm correct, so they couldn't even do that. So I think a third-round pick may get it done. I think that would be that may be a good piece. A good trade for them. They may do that, and I would definitely consider that. If you had him as a third-round pick, and like we've talked about, I really like Morrow. I really think Nicholas Morrow was a steal. I think he's a gem, and I think he's going to be good. Now, there's also the Nakobe Dean factor. A lot of people out there believe, hey, listen, Nakobe Dean is a stud. He's going to go out there. We don't have to worry about a linebacker, and we don't want to bring in anybody that would do anything to throw Nakobe Dean from playing. I totally get it. I do. However, until I see Nakobe Dean go out there and kill it like the way we think he can, I don't mind getting another guy for depth, another guy in rotation. I think it would be perfectly fine. Nakobe Dean would still get a ton of playing time, and it shouldn't hurt him really at all. I think Patrick Queen would be a great trade, and it would instantly help the Eagles this year. It would be an impact player. So then I'm going to say, well, all right, let's say for argument's sake, we traded a third-round pick and got Patrick Queen. I got one impact player. Now I need one more. I said, I believe the important thing with this draft is to get 2 impact players that can help you this year. So he's a potential name to watch. Could happen. Maybe it won't. Who knows? But somebody to keep an eye on. I think we're going to hear of more guys possibly being moved, and then I'm sure there are going to be some surprises. But the one thing Howie does really, really good is he's always good with the trades. So I have no problem trusting that whatever the trade would be, whatever it is, if he was to pull the trigger, and that's a big if because we're talking about a linebacker. I think it would be a good move. I actually like the idea of Queen more than I do White. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. With that said, take care. I will talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. Let me ask you guys this question, because I was thinking about this and I was asking somebody about it, and they agree with me. Let me see what you guys think. Do you feel like the Eagles are extra quiet right now? Like extra quiet? Like I haven't heard a peep from them. Like usually we start to hear certain things. Like we'll get an idea of certain guys that they're really interested in. Besides the visits, we just start hearing names. I haven't heard anything. It has been really quiet. And a quiet Howie Roseman is a dangerous Howie Roseman. We'll probably be talking about this in a later video. Denzel Washington out.